Jenny Miller needed to have one of her eyes removed to stop cancer on her retina spreading to the rest of her body.
Can I tell you how awful it was? It was terrible.
Jenny was hopeful having an artificial eye made would be the start of her recovery, but that hasn't been her experience.
The process has just been quite harrowing. So it has had a bit of an impact, to be honest.
Jenny made an appointment with ocularist Jack McDonald, who operates out of a number of offices around the country, including Hobart, making prosthetic eyes, fingers, ears and noses. She paid $2,800 up front for her eye. When she went for a fitting months later, it was too big, bulgy and uncomfortable.
So that was when you were indicating that it was pretty sore.
Jenny says Jack McDonald made attempts to adjust the eye, but it remained unsatisfactory and she lost faith in the process.
I normally just power through and try and see the light at the end of the tunnel, but perhaps it's come at the end of a long journey and it's just not fair.
Jamie Beverley says he had a disappointing experience with Jack McDonald.
They just didn't look right. They were either too small, not aesthetically looking. The iris was in the wrong spot. You'd either look like you were cross-eyed or you're looking at the ground. It just was not professional the way it should be.
Ocularist Peter Knowles has seen one of the eyes made by Jack McDonald for Jamie.
The gaze is both downward and to the patient's right.
Mr Knowles is the president of the Ocularists Association of Australia. He has received 9 formal complaints about Mr McDonald. Many shared common themes.
Promises being made and not delivered on, and then goods being provided, or artificial eye in this case being provided, which is not fit for purpose. It's either unsightly, uncomfortable, at times painful.
There's no government regulation covering ocularists in Australia. Mr Knowles says it's not been a problem until recently.
Regulation, will it happen? Maybe. Would it help? Possibly. But our association does, without obviously being a regulatory body, we do provide a service of to each other of both education, support and review.
Jack McDonald is not a member of the Ocularists Association of Australia and he's not required to be. He has not answered the ABC's request for a response to concerns about his work. Jenny has since had an eye made by a different ocularist and is happy with the results.
I just don't want people to go through this. I'm old and weathered and quite resilient, but, if you're young and this is something that's happened, it's not a nice thing.
Fiona Blackwood, ABC News.